Check 1 2, check 1 2. Mic looks good. Audio looks good. Everything seems to be okay here. Alright. Hey, and I guess welcome to the food truck. My name is Ruka. And welcome again to another episode of Limbus Company. It seems like I've been doing a bunch of Limbus this past month, like a Limbus every week. But we've been kind of busy recently, and I think it might slow down a little bit as far as content stuff is concerned. Might actually get a break next week from doing that. But yeah, so before we continue to today's Limbus event, we did get a new event in Limbus Company yesterday, I think. Yeah, we got a new event in Limbus Company. It's a chicken event, and but before we get into that, I did go back into Refraction Railway and was able to beat that under 120 turns before the time limit. So yeah, somehow managed that. I had to like reset a bunch. I had to reset a bunch and borrow a few a unit here and there, but got it done, and that's good to go. But today we have a new event, Hell's Chicken, Yumbong's Bar and Fryer neighborhood delivery. I saw the I saw the trailer for this one, and honestly, it kind of looks like it might be a hilarious thing. I feel like it's gonna be hilarious, but I also saw that there's gonna be like a token exchange kind of thing, and so I guess I should have started this yesterday, but I was planning on streaming it, so here we are. We're starting it today, and it looks like we got some new units. I did notice that Ryoshu is based off Pierre, apparently, at least her identity here, as well as Gregor has an identity based off Jack from Ruina. It's kind of nice to see this being animated. Her skills, though, are interesting, but I'm not so sure how good they are at the end of the day. I can cook anything. Looks to be pretty decent. It's just a shame that there's a cap on the max damage here. I'm guessing that's so that it's not too overpowered when you're fighting. What do you call it? Fighting Abnos. Imagine this thing going off and like dealing, I don't know, 200 damage just because an Abno's HP is way too high. I guess that will make her kind of broken later down the line, but a lot of people can already do a 200 damage worth of S3s, but I guess hers is capped a little bit. So I don't know how good this will be in the long run. There's a lot of bleed, a decent amount of bind, one bind though. If target has bleed or paralyze, the healing down might be interesting, but I don't know how many enemies actually heal. She might be good for Chromer in the story mode, but outside of that, it's a little bit questionable. I guess her passives are okay, but it only heals once per turn, so I'm not, again, a little bit questionable on how effective that's going to be. And here we have, is this Sinclair? This is Sinclair. It looks like he got a new ego for the event, which has a pretty hefty penalty for the coin. But I guess the main thing with this is you either heal an ally for some amount of HP, 10% of users max HP, which is alright. It's alright. And the burn, which is pretty good if you don't have high sanity. But I guess these days, most of the time, you're gonna have a pretty decently high sanity. And it'll be kind of sort of tough to get this ego resource amp. So I guess the only way you'll be able to get tails is if you use several sanity draining skills in a row, or if you're already close to 50. But, you know, just be careful, or else you might corrode pretty easily. Targets 3 slots. Targets the enemy with the least HP. If target is an ally, this deals 0 damage. Okay, didn't see that tiny little bit, but I guess it attacks anyone. If the target is an ally, heal them. If it's not, you actually deal damage. It is kind of neat. Before attack, spend 3 random ego resources to boost damage by 20%, which would be pretty good. If it actually hits. If it hits. I don't know. I feel like this is like a weird ego to use, but maybe someone more creative than me is gonna figure out how to do that, or at least how to use it. Anyway, we're gonna get started with the event. I haven't clicked on it yet because I wasn't sure if we're gonna trigger a opening cutscene or not. So let's get started with that and see what this event has in store. I do know it's supposed to be a mirror dungeon like format, but story wise I don't know how we're gonna unlock that. So let's check it out. Okay, so we got stages. Use the special eagles to boost your farming. Ah my gosh, really? Well, we get 2 from the exchange, so there's that. Yeah, but I mean outside of the farming though. Outside of the farming, I'm kind of curious how useful they are. So far, it seems like Sinclair's ego is kind of hit or miss. Ryoshu is also kind of hit or miss outside. Well, yeah, outside of farming, it's kind of hit or miss. It's a bit on the underwhelming side for me personally. But like I said, someone who's a little bit more creative about the skills and comps might do better with that. Also, welcome Anthony. Welcome. Alright, let's hit up the stages. Okay, how many stages are there? 10 stages. Okay, so this should be fairly quick. Oh, crap! The one time we actually have to use Enkephalin. Hold up a second. There's a reason why I don't use these boxes. It's for random stuff like this. Okay, here we go. I don't know who needs to be here, so let's just put the most reliable team for this kind of thing. Let's change you out.
자, 제 차례인가요?
I mean, it's not like the... don't tell me there's gonna be a dungeon here too. If this is gonna be like the story.
현장 지휘자가 필요한가?
Probably shouldn't think too much about this.
지식이 축적된
Just put a balanced team here.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
4 to 8 days of grinding. Good to know.
여기서 다음 임무를 위한 의뢰인을 만나기로 했습니다.
못 봐주겠고. 이젠 하다하다 심부름꾼 마냥 의뢰까지 받는 거야?
Wow, this looks like a regular place. I don't think we've seen a regular place in anywhere in Project Moon stuff recently, or at all. Minus the story parts, but those look kind of dystopian. This is less dystopian. This actually looks like a normal city.
어? 저긴 뭐 하는 곳이지? 유난히 줄 서 있는 사람들이 많네.
이 짜릿한 향기를 모르겠어? 치킨이잖아. 그래, 그것도 비싼 오일로 바삭하게 튀긴.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna mention this right now because I've always been wondering where all the food in the city comes from. But I guess there's gonna be, what do you call this? A district that's just meant for agriculture. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, where's all this food coming from? Because my idea of the city is like, it's all dystopian, and there's cannibals in one district. That's kind of normal apparently, but no one really talks about it, or at least no one likes them. And then there's all the normal food that people eat, but where does the food come from? If all the other districts are like, what do you call this? Dedicated to a singularity of some sort. There's gotta be a farm district that's like singularity only. Soylent Green is people. Oh no! I played way too much Xenogears to... What do you call this? I played too much of Xenogears to get the Soylent Green. Like, what should I say? I'm trying to find the words. I played too much Xenogears, and am too familiar with Soylent Green, the Soylent system. Spoilers for who have not played that game. We'll probably play it on this channel at some point, because anyone who has played the Xenoblade Chronicles needs to know that one also. But anyway, let's get it on.
K사에서 요새 대유행 중인 보살 치킨을 모르다니 아직 K사는 헛돌아다니신 모양이군요.
Oh, we're in SK. A man with a fastidious impression suddenly cut in on the sinner's conversation as if he belonged to our group. Well, we do that all the time in Discord.
아, 보살 치킨. 그게 무엇인가요? 답변 드립니다. 보살 치킨이란 다리 6개, 날개가 8개 달린 맛도 양도 보살이라고 명성이 자자한 치킨 가게죠.
Six-legged, eight-winged poultry. I don't think chickens have 6 legs and 8 wings.
심지어 그대의 취향이 무엇이든 맞춰드립니다. 육질이 좋은 육감 치킨, 살이 유독 많은 퉁퉁 치킨, 살이 쫄깃한 질겅 치킨. 자, 뭘 원하십니까? 언젠가 들어본 적 있는 것 같소.
웬일이래? 요즘 소식엔 누구보다도 둔할 것 같은 우리 이상 씨가?
그래서 넌 뭔데? 함부로 남 이야기에 끼어드는 꼬라지를 보니까 우리가 누구인지 제대로 모르는 모양이네.
우리가 그래서 누군데요?
Yeah, no.
저런 가게 앞을 돌아다니고 있는 저건 무엇일까요? 썩 정상으로 보이진 않는데 말이죠.
Turning around, I spotted rather strange-looking people with just as strange behavior. Maybe there's some kind of mascot. It could be pretty cute when we look up close.
얼굴에 알 수 없는 가면을 뒤집어 쓰고 있는 자들이 보인다.
Oh wow, he speaks.
마스코트 뭐 그런 거 아닐까요? 자세히 보면 꽤 귀엽게 생겼을 것 같기도 해요.
그 마스코트를 보고 손님들이 소리를 지르면서 도망가는데요.
좀 미심쩍지만 그냥 가만히 있자고. 우리한테 딱히 다가오는 것 같지도 않고 쓸데없는 소란에 휩싸이는 건 사양을.
Okay, I had hopes that we were gonna be in a normal place, but I guess not.
그렇네요. 딱히 다가오지는 않는군요.
그 길가에 있는 돌멩이는 갑자기 왜 줍는 거지? 응? 정치불명의 양반?
Okay, chicken-headed K-Corp security. This is no Abno, but you kind of look like an Abno, and that's not a normal head. Did K-Corp mix something in the HP bullets and give them chicken heads or something? Because that ain't right. What in the world did you do? Hit by the rock, I started looking around. Then it began to slowly shamble in our direction.
어이쿠, 실수였습니다. 이걸 어쩌죠?
뻔뻔하네. 정확히 머리를 후려버렸잖아.
우와, 자세도 상당히 안정적이었어요.
감사합니다. 과거의 도시 야구 선수가 꿈이었거든요.
그럼 그대로 대가리째 홈런을 쳐주지. 기다려.
다가오는 속도가 빨라지고 있습니다. 제 머리를 홈런 시키기 전에 저것부터 해결해야 할 것 같은데요.
As Ryoshu furiously reached for his sheath, those things came right for us.
닭머리네요.
Yeah, we saw that.
탈기네.
Whole chicken heads with eyes and teeth.
그것도 생달기네요.
하늘 품은 달기 지옥에서부터 기어나온 것 같은 모습이구만. 그 뭐냐, 그 지난번에 싱클레어가 뼈 바르기 힘들다고 닭날개를 남겨서 그런 게 아닐까? 아무리 생각해도 그거밖에 안 떠오르거든.
Darn it, Sinclair, you're such a kid.
이젠 그런 거에 안 놀라요. 그리고 결국 그것마저 로자 씨가 가져가서 남김없이 드셨어요.
이렇게 된 거 싸우는 수밖에 별다른 수가 없겠군요.
So why is this guy taking cover behind me then? Before I could complain further, the chicken-headed crowd attacked us, and we're back to our usual random fights, but I guess this is a necessary random fight. All right.
늦으면 매피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
We could have done this for an April Fool's thing, and no one would have batted an eye. They still have the K-Corp passives, they just have chicken heads. And their attacks make no sense. Alright then. Ah crap, I've been playing way too much. I've been playing too much Railway that I keep forgetting. Regular people do not have sin resistances, it's just attack types. So I need to figure out where's my... I don't have any bash. I don't have any blunt. That's okay. Just beat these in 10 turns. And then be done with it. They're not very tough. They're pretty much as strong as Chapter 3. K-Corp, except there's chicken heads everywhere. Great. That's gonna be messy.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Also, we're so strong now, we don't even care about what the skill effects are. We just gotta do whatever. The only time we care about skill effects anymore is if we're in a dungeon or Railway now. I guess that's the end game. Railway was kind of fun, not gonna lie, but I'm not. I'm still a little traumatized trying to get that thing under 120. It's. Yeah, no.
자, 급한 볼일은 끝났으니까 본론으로 들어가자고. 아직 신원도 파악되지 않은 안경 양반.
Four-eyed. He's got two, except the glasses are up most of the time.
반론합니다. 그 호칭은 같은 안경 동지로서 섭섭하군요.
아하, 그런 건가? 미안하게 됐수다.
신원 같은 기본적인 인적 사항은 사망 신고를 할 때도 쉽게 파악이 가능하다.
아, 제 소개를 미처 드리지 못했군요. 명함 받으시죠? 3조라고 합니다.
3조. Disregarding the growing hostility surrounding him, the man handed us his card straight away.
K사 식량 자원 개량부의 연구소 소속?
Food Resource Development Research Center. Okay, that's not agricultural.
그럴듯한 단어만 잔뜩 써주면 넘어갈 줄 알았냐?
물론이죠. 납득과 설명은 제 전문입니다. 그러니 진정하고 잘 들으세요. 아까의 전투에서 당신들의 모습을 매우 인상 깊게 보았습니다. 특히 눈앞에서 동료가 죽어가는 광경에도 아랑곳하지 않고 적들을 후드려 패던 모습 말입니다. 심지어 몇몇 동료분은 손가락질을 하며 비웃기도 하더군요.
발목을 잡는 자들이라면 아군이고 뭐고 개의치 않아야 한다.
Osis replied to his remark with a look full of pride, even though it didn't sound close to a compliment at all.
여러분들도 보시다시피 이 가게 앞을 점령 중인 정체불명의 닭들로 인해 피해가 이만저만이 아닙니다.
Okay.
근데
사장님도 몸져 누워 계시다가 방금 막 일어나셨죠.
Okay. Another man with a haggard face tottered to us, making it somewhat apparent that Samja wasn't lying about the restaurant owners falling ill with worry.
말씀하시면 됩니다.
그러니까 우리 치킨집은 몇 달 전 은봉이네 호프집이라는 닭집에 맞은편에 오픈하였습니다.
Youngbong Bar and Fryer. Okay, so chicken house and a bar and fryer. Something going on?
저희 체인점의 우수한 혈통의 닭을 사용한 맛과 푸짐한 양으로 인해 은봉이네 호프집의 손님들까지 모두 저희 가게로 넘어온 건 당연한 수순이었죠.
Uh-huh.
그런데 은봉이네 호프집의 주인이 그 사실에 충격을 먹었던 건지 다 같이 망해보자는 마음인지 돌연 기행을 일삼는 것이 아니겠습니까?
Okay.
아니 뭐 그 경쟁 업소에서 견제 좀 할 수도 있는 거 아니겠어?
Except we're using either chicken abnos or chicken distortions. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but they don't look like chicken. They kind of look like pochita minus the chainsaw. Actually, it kind of looks like pochita without the chainsaw. As if to attest to the restaurant owner's woe, screams echoed from the other side of the street.
저게 뭐야?
I guess he distorted. I'm guessing the owner of the bar distorted into a chicken, which is a really pathetic way to distort. As the supposed owner of Yumbong swung his arm while muttering something, the chickens responded in unison. Oh, that's how they get chicken heads. I see. The raw chickens jumped at people.
뭐죠? 닭을 지휘하는 건가요?
보통 기행이 아니었군. 아 얼마나 앙심을 품면 사람이 저렇게 되지?
No one's gonna question the chicken guy?
생체 개조라도 한 것 같은 생닭들이 가게에 무단 침입을 하면서 기물을 파손하지 않나? 보신 것처럼 이젠 닭들을 뒤집어 쓴 사람들까지 생겨나고 있어요. 이대로 가다가는 가게에 크나큰 경제적 손실이 생길 겁니다.
Man, they're everywhere. Oh, I just saw this one like jumping in at us.
이상 눈물 나는 이야기였습니다. 여러분이 나서서 이 사건을 해결해 주실 수 있겠습니까?
Do we have a choice? That ruffled your feathers, huh, Yi-san?
아무리 그래도 우린 치킨집 의뢰 같은 건 안 받는다.
평생 이용권.
Lifetime voucher of chickens! I'm in.
의뢰를 해결해 드리면 이 매장을 평생 이용할 수 있는 파격적인 혜택을 드리도록 하죠.
For the rest of your lives. No limit on orders? Cause we'll totally abuse that.
평생 이용권이요? 우리 체인점에 그런 게 있는지.
시식용 치킨도 몇 개 준비해 왔습니다.
예?
Samjo personally distributed pieces of fried chicken that he suddenly had in his hands on.
자, 질서 있게 한 줄로 서서 받으세요. 닭의 유명 혈통별로도 종류가 있으니 취향껏 골라보시고요.
This guy's a
혈통마다
riot.
자랑하는 부위의 맛이 다르고 향도 풍부하다고 하죠.
Unique brand of tastiness, strengths, and different cuts of meat. I don't know if chicken's that deep, but okay.
한 가지만만 골라야 하는 것이요? 다 맛있어 보이는데.
다른 맛은 미래를 위한 기대감으로 남겨두는 것은 어떻습니까? 평생 이용권이 있다면 모두 해결될 고민일 텐데요.
오, 그거 참 반박할 수 없는 말이군.
It seems Sancho has won the hearts of most of the sinners with his compelling words and fine poultry samples.
어쩌시겠습니까?
Also, where's Virgil in all this? This might be the first time I've seen Heathcliff go quiet at someone's words.
그거 나쁘지 않은 의뢰군.
저기요. 우리는 황금 닭다리가 아니라 황금 가지를 찾는 게 목적 아니었어요? 언제부터?
못 들었어? 바삭한 닭을 평생 먹게 해준다잖아.
Free crispy chicken forever. That's gonna help us find the golden bows. Why not?
개수 제한은 없는 거지? 그냥 끝없이 주는 거지? 포장도 되는 거고.
Takeout counts?
이러고 있으니까 옛날 생각난다. 알 사람 있으려나 모르겠네.
Oh no!
방에서 파는 갓 튀긴 치킨도 진짜 맛있었는데.
More ham hang pang pang shilling. I want to go ham hang pang pang once. Don't you have to like get a reservation to get in there? How's that supposed to work?
난 알아. 어쩌다 돈이 생기는 날엔 조직원들이랑 외식하러 가기도 했지.
하우스트 씨, 빨리 말해주세요. 무슨 사칙이나 조항 같은 거 있을 거 아니에요.
Vals was deep in thought by her lonesome.
그러죠. 의뢰를 수락하겠어요.
Wait, why are you the one taking the job?
예?
This might also be the first time I've seen Ishmael taken aback to this extent.
아니 파우스트 씨, 혹시 정신이 잠깐 나가시는 거예요?
이스마일, 아무리 그래도 말은 가렸어 좀.
South Korean ID rules against under 18s? I mean, we're not under 18. I'm not under 18. Maybe.
글쎄요. 파우스트는 대체로 정신이 나가 있는 편이니까.
오랜만에 다 같이 마음이 좀 통하네. 어?
Faust, are you serious? You're taking requests over free chicken? I would. I definitely would.
정확히 말하자면 뒤틀림 현상의 해결이죠, 단테.
Okay, so it is a distortion. Wasn't sure if it was a distortion, but I guess we got our second distortion in the series in this game so far. Distortion phenomenon?
뒤틀림이라 그게 뭔가요?
명확히 모르는 이들이 많을 겁니다. 도시 곳곳에서 발생하고 있지만 대중적으로 공표된 적은 없으니까요.
And it includes fried chicken heads.
아,
통상적으로 인간이라 부를 수 없는 형태로 변하는 형상이라고 알고 있다. 원인은 불명, 형태도 제각각이었지.
Good lord, he's speaking so much for this event.
설명만 들어서는 모르겠네요. 환상체 같은 건가?
아니, 그들은 환상체랑은 다르게 알로 변하지 않는다. 완전히 숨이 끊어지기도 하지. 전에 몇 번 본 적도 있었다.
회사 내부에는 뒤틀림 현상 자문 해결사가 속해 있는 부서인 LCD가 존재해요. 작은 규모의 부서이긴 하지만 그만큼 눈여겨보고 있는 현상이라는 뜻이죠.
So the owner of yuruHYPE has turned into one of those distortion things. Yep.
맞아요. 사람이 단순히 미쳐버린 것만으로는 생각들을 갑자기 진도지휘할 수는 없으니까요.
Yeah, I suppose not. I see.
역시 그렇죠? 파우스트 씨가 잠깐 헷가닥 하신 줄 알고 제가 직접 나서서 정신을 차리게 해야 하나 싶었잖아요.
왜 방금까지 메이스를 꽉 쥐고 있었던 거지, 이스마일?
옳소! 사상자가 생기기 전에 우리가 나서야지 않겠어! 저? 입에 소스 묻었다, 꼬맹이.
I watched this rodeo wipe Don Quixote's mouth clean.
그럼 의뢰를 수락한 걸로 알고 연락을 기다리고 있겠습니다.
Alright. Nice introduction to the event. Chickens. Imagine it distorting into a chicken. That's gotta be...
근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건
That's gotta be a 10th at most. I can't imagine it being higher. Round 2 should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy. Okay, so fried chicken place, and then there's the bar. And we have way too many people turning into chickens because they get attacked by the other chickens. And they just kind of go on their heads and that's it? I mean, I know distortions are kind of crazy to begin with, but that's also kind of silly. That's just a little silly. How many chickens could there be that they can't handle it? Also, it's just one guy. It's just one guy. And it doesn't seem that dangerous other than the whole chicken thing.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Oh well. I guess we're gonna have chicken skewers. No, fried chicken. Oh yeah, speaking of fried chicken. Totally unintentional. But I got some craving for fried chicken today. Went to get some Popeyes right after work. And normally that wouldn't be anything noteworthy, but
정화.
I kind of ordered like a pickup for the Popeyes for like right after I get out of work. But for some reason, when I put in the order 4 hours before I was going to pick it up, they already got it ready. So by the time I got the chicken, it was like 4 hours out and cold. It was still okay, but it's like, really? You got it ready 4 hours before I was ready to pick it up? Why? Why? I specifically said I was gonna pick it up at 4. But here you go and get it ready by 12. And no one thought to question why they're getting something ready to be picked up 4 hours later and it's not even warm? Whatever. Whatever. It was still okay, it was just, you know. They didn't read the order time for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it was like ready by lunchtime, and I was kind of tempted to just hop on over there and grab it, but it's like too much of a hassle. Too much of a hassle. I did get the chicken tenders from them. I usually don't get chicken tenders from Popeyes just because, yeah, I normally just go for like regular chicken or the chicken sandwich. The last time I got the chicken sandwich though, it was like really salty for some reason. Didn't taste any good. But the chicken's usually pretty solid. I'm surprised that the fries actually still tasted okay even after 4 hours. What are we supposed to do to resolve a distortion? Just kill it.
간단해요.
Bao seemed to have a habit of prefacing her expositions with a disclaimer about their simplicity.
뒤틀림이 생긴 이의 마음을 열게 하면 될 겁니다. 경계를 풀고 스스로 마음을 내보일 수 있도록 말이죠.
그렇군. 견갑골을 꺼내야 하나? 아니면 복장뼈?
속을 직접 내보이는 방법이라 그 방식도 흥미롭군요.
First off, we probably should visit that yuruHYPE's place and figure some things out.
생닭들이 돌아다니고 있어요. 위생에 좋지 않을 텐데.
Well, I'm hoping no one's gonna eat the chicken. I don't think they're edible to begin with. They look like the things that were on the people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to. Unfortunately, I had forgotten that around 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside. No one listens to us.
그래서 이 닭들을 족치면 그 집에서 치킨을 평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
귀엽군. 모서리다.
Let's stab. What does stab mean? Slice them all bare? What?
끄덕.
Provoked, the raw chickens leapt into the air. Heathcliff's face was devoured by one of them. Rip Heathcliff. Don't tell me how to fight him. Heathcliff? Heathcliff stood in silence with raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite the sight, much to my terror.
전 지금 히스클리프 씨 쪽이 더 괜찮은 것 같은데요. 지성적으로 보이잖아요.
어떻게 단테? 빨리 시계 돌려.
He's not dead yet. We have to kill him first. But then nothing would stop me from rewinding here, but the problem is, what if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working?
그게 그거라뇨.
Same difference.
시계 대가리나 닭 대가리나 무슨 차이가 있다고 유난인지 모르겠군.
It looked like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff.
히스클리프 씨, 괜찮으세요?
Nope, he's not.
있지. 분리가 안 되면 이대로 우리 마스코트로 써먹어 보는 건 어때?
What's the deal with you and mascots anyway?
저걸 보시오. 히스클리프 씨가 다른 닭들과 대화를 나누고 있어.
수다쟁이가 되었네요, 히스클리프 씨.
Does anyone understand them?
히스클리프 씨가 대화를 한다기보단 얼굴에 씌워져 있는 저 닭이 히스클리프 씨의 몸을 빌려서 말하는 것 같군요.
나는 실수. 히스클리프 씨와 나중에 타오르는 석양의 해결사들 코스프레를 같이 하고 싶었단 말이오. 생닭머리를 해가지고선 그 코스튬을 해봤자 저대로는 비웃음만 당할 것이오.
I think Don mentioned about cosplay or something earlier. I think I heard that. To avoid the gathering crowd, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Yunbong's bar and friars and followed behind him.
이 닭대가리 도저히 못 봐주겠군. 정신이 바짝 돌아오도록 만들어주지.
Otis grabbed the raw chicken on Heathcliff's head with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spear. Furiously.
타격 소리가 적군의 포로를 심문할 때의 세계와 유사했다.
Just like the old days.
정신 차릴 기색이 보이지 않는다. 어쩔 수 없겠어. 닭머리를 통째로 뽑아내겠다.
그렇게 막 무 뽑듯이 뽑아도 되는 거야? 그러다가 얼굴 가죽이라도 벗겨지면 어떡해?
답답하군. 설사 얼굴 가죽이 벗겨져도 관리자님이 계시니까 괜찮은 거다.
No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, Otis, and I can't just... Despite her opposition, Otis began jostling the chicken with all her might. I heard something tear. It didn't actually come off, did it, huh? Also, this place is a mess. I'm guessing this place doesn't have any customers these days, and yeah, this place has gone downhill. Okay, so chicken heads are not permanent. I think we just found that out. Second, they just control the body, so you don't have to cut their heads off. But I guess they don't kill the people they attach to, but it's just easier to kill them.
정신이 드나?
이번에 왜 이상한 국물이?
히스, 계속 이상한 말들을 중얼거리면서 닭들이랑 진지하게 대화를 나눴어. 기억나?
그러고 보니 뭔가 대화가 머릿속에 들어왔던 것 같기도 한데 뭐라더라? 무슨 레시피를 잃어버렸다고 했는데.
Recipe?
손님을 모이게 하는 비장의 요리법이었는데 그게 없어진 이후론 손님이 발길을 뚝 끊어서.
Oh, I think I see what's happened here.
그 후론 주인님이 갑자기 이상해지더니 우리들을 감염시키고.
지금 닭들이랑 우리라고 한 거예요?
젠장, 아직까지도 닭도리들의 영향이 혼란스럽군.
쟤네 이름이 닭돌이였나요?
If the distortion happened because he lost his recipe, then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him?
얼추 근접한 답안에 도달해낸 것 같군요. 뒤틀림에 대해 밝혀진 건 많이 없지만 선악, 아니 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 발생한다고 알려져 있죠.
Sounds like you just pivoted away from good and evil because that version would get too long for you to bother.
가령 홍루 씨가 도시를 살아가면서 절대 변하지 않을 거라고 확신했던 믿음이 있었을 거예요. 혹은 삶을 지탱하고 있던 희망이라 불리는 무언가가 있었을 수도 있겠죠. 그게 한순간에 무너졌다면, 나를 놓아버리게 될 정도로 커다란 충격을 받는다면 마음이 허물어지겠죠.
Okay.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
뭐 잘난 도련님 인생에서 일어난 대단한 충격이라 봤자 용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어?
용돈은 받은 적도 없었던걸요? 원할 때마다 쓸 수 있었는데 굳이 받을 필요는 없잖아요.
That's even worse.
뭐야? 그럼 뭐였는데?
알고 있다고 생각했는데 지금은 떠오르지 않네요.
즉, 정리를 해드리자면 뒤틀림은 발생자만 알 수 있는 원인 모를 심리적 충격으로 인해 벌어진 현상.
Okay.
단단히 마음의 벽을 쌓아올린 상태라고 말할 수 있죠.
Yeah, so this is an explanation for the non-Project Moon people who have not played Ruina, how distortions are made, because we saw way too many in the last game.
이 벽을 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식을 통해서 허물어야 합니다.
여기서 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식이라 한다면?
But I don't think any of the distortions in the previous game ever had a chance to turn back if they could. So I'm assuming they can actually turn back given certain conditions, but I'm not sure if that's just convenience here.
당뇨리겠군 그래.
Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that.
전쟁통에서 남은 음식을 모아 전우들에게 통조림을 이용한 요리를 해준 적이 많았지.
Future Distortion Detective story interactions. Oh, is it from Distortion Detective? I need to get back to reading that. It's just so much time. So much time to read.
트라우마에 시달리던 군인들도 전부 감동의 눈물을 흘리며 다 같이 퍼먹었어. 방금 누가 콧김 소리를 냈던 것 같은데 내가 잘못 들은 거겠지?
웃기는군. 벌털 주제에 어디서 요리를 운운하는 거지? 네놈 차라리 그 집게로 햄버거 패티나 굽는 편이 낫겠군.
CF, what is the CF?
와, 그레고르 씨가 가게를 차린다면 집게 사장이 되는 거네요.
Big meaty claws.
료슈, 그거 벌레 털보란 뜻이었지. 아이, 그래도 뭔가 집게 사장이라는 호칭은 마음에 드는군. 갑자기 머리가.
Big meaty claws.
요리는 말이지. 혀, 그리고 거미시키는 대로 하는 것이다. 전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹은 음식을 진정 요리라고 부를 가치가 있는가?
오, 방금 명대사 나왔어.
심지어 료슈 씨가 줄여 말하지도 않았어요.
있어 보이는 말이긴 하지만 저자한테서 들으니까 기분이 거시기하군. 아이, 그런데 요리는 해본 적이 있나, 료슈?
I'm guessing this is where the showdown starts.
당연. 시답지 않은 이놈이 상상조차 할 수 없는 경지의 요리를 해봤지.
아니, 이거 점점 열받네.
I'm starting to wonder what was Ryoshu before this. Because I'd believe it if you told me she was like a cook, but she uses a katana way too often to I don't know. I feel like she did something else besides cooking.
그럼 나는 료슈 편.
아니, 갑자기 편을 나누는 이유는 뭐지?
재밌잖아.
그리고 자연스럽게 료슈 편에 선 이유는?
그래, 우린 그동안 너무 가까웠어. 오늘만큼은 벽을 좀 둬보자고.
Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked to Gregor's side. Bros gotta stick together.
그러니까 저 자식을 박살내면 이긴다. 이거지?
아니, 박살내는 게 아니라
설마 부하들에게 통조림을 먹였다는 말인가? 군인의 수치고는. 참고로 난 즉석식품파다.
Canned food, instant food, what's the difference?
그냥 입맛이 다른 것 뿐이잖아.
유치하네요 정말. 이런 걸로 편가르기나 하고 싶어요.
그래서 이수는 어느 쪽이야? 만약에 수감자 음식 담당자를 그렉이나 류슈 중에 꼭 한 명 선택해야 한다면 말이야.
수작 부리지 마. 이스마일 저 친구는 초반부터 나랑 생각이 좀 통했던 사이라고.
Gonna go with Ryoshu. In spite of Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture betrayed a sense of awkwardness.
이스마일?
그레고르 씨의 통조림 음식은 소시적에 배 위에서 지긋지긋하게 많이 먹어서요.
왜 눈을 못 마주치는 거야, 이스마일? 어?
Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backward to stand next to Ryoshu. Her eyes never looked up to meet Gregor. Betrayal! Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fall apart. Don Quixote had glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed. Her face was off color.
사실 이전에 버스에서 닭꼬치를 먹을 때 나 보고 말았어. 저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
닭꼬치 뭘 했는데?
I think it was because she used a lighter to crispify the kebab, right?
그거는 참아 입에 담을 수조차 없어.
아, 이런. 그걸 보고만 건가? 닭꼬치의 궁극적인 맛을 내기 위한 나만의 비법이었지.
Don Quixote shuddered violently. Soon enough, Hong Lu went to Gregor's side with a sparkle in his eyes.
살면서 애완동물 사료 같은 음식들도 한 번쯤은 먹어봐야 하지 않겠어요? 전 그레고르 씨를 응원할게요.
Comparable to pet food. Oh, jeez.
그래, 그거 참 고마워, 홍루.
Hong Lu stood behind Gregor, wearing a kind of smile on his face.
파우스트, 당신이야말로 누구보다 합리적인 선택을 할 수 있겠지?
글쎄요. 파우스트는 종종 모험을 즐기기도 하죠.
With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryoshu.
이해가 안 돼요. 왜 이렇게 저희끼리 편을 나누는 거예요?
어이, 그태 말 늦이다. 살아남을 길을 고르든가 아니면 꺼져.
그딴 태평한 말을 하기에는 늦었다는 건가요? 그럼
Probably going with Gregor. Sinclair, you might be linked to Ryoshu on a spiritual level at this point. Oh, I see. Went to that side.
아니, 협박으로 데려가는 게 어디 있어? 반칙이잖아.
나는 선택하지 않겠소. 그대들에게 겸허히 골라지겠소.
저건 필요 없어. 가져.
Yi-sang was placed on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. Lastly, Mersal quietly stood behind Gregor. Okay, so these are our helping hands for the kitchen, I'm guessing.
메르소? 사실 좀 감동받았어. 비록 우리가 평소에 많은 대화를 나누지 못했지만 이렇게 먼저 다가와줘서 난
그저 적은 인원수가 있는 곳으로 가는 편이 올바른 균형이라고 생각했다.
Some will proclaim that they saw tears well up in Gregor's eyes at that moment. With the teams decided, we entered the kitchen of yuruHYPE looking for a suitable place to cook. And there is none. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, but doesn't seem like there's any place to cook here. It had become a long-neglected mess with traces of foul rampage. Oh, the pun. However, Ryoshu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business, and then took their spots. Hang on, are we allowed to do all this in someone else's restaurant? No one's gonna care.
어망직식 따위. 알게 뭐야.
어차피 망하기 직전의 식당이라고요?
그래, 우리는 뒤틀림을 해결하는 게 목표라며.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. There's a chicken here. An angered flock of chickens flutter in to intimidate the sudden intruders. But much to their dismay,
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
can we even eat those? You guys look more in sync now. Can we even eat the little chickens? I don't think it's healthy. Eating distortions. I don't know. I mean, if you eat the person who's distorted, that's definitely somewhat human. But these things, holy crap, they can fight. And they're abnos. Of course, that would be, well, they're classified as abnos anyway. Head chicken, bongi. Why don't we just call them bongi? Let me see. Anything interesting with them? Story. They're typically naked. Awkward though it is to describe those things as entities, but nevertheless think of them as raw chickens. Oh my gosh, Dawn's the one who wrote this, didn't she? Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure Dawn is the one that wrote this. You didn't actually eat the raw chicken meat, did you? Poultry may cause infection when consumed uncooked. Please refrain from adding unnecessary strain to the manager outside of battle wounds. She must think we will not recognize that this log is hers and she doesn't confirm it. It is hers. Oh my gosh, okay. Char gets the unit with the lowest SP, deals SP damage. Okay, so they only do really SP damage. So they're really just meant to make us question life itself, apparently. Right. I can believe that. Let's see, Honglu, let's go for the green.
탐구는 끝났어.
Has a feeling you might be able to do a multi-kill, or no multi-kill.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
하론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
2 waves of chickens. I can't tell if that's blood. It's probably blood, right? Yeah, it's probably blood. It is supposed to be raw. At least it actually looks like a chicken and not the 6-legged, 8-winged chicken that the other restaurant supposedly has. Or that could just be their logo, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Good lord! These things have no chill. Oh, come on.
인간이 휘청거리는군.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
I guess just because they're Zion doesn't mean they can't fight back. Alright, let me see. Who wants to die?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Oh, we didn't kill that one? Oh crap.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야?
침묵했어.
Alright, next fight I'm bringing in the fire team. So that we can cook these things, at least sterilize it before they die. Ryosho and Gregor radiate a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience? It could be.
그딴 레시피 따위. 어차피 깡통 요리 중 하나 아닌가?
생존 요리를 이길 레시피는 없지.
어이 노랭이, 닭 가져와.
네? 네.
Champagne hair. Oh, okay.
이상 씨, 미안하지만 이 통조림을 좀 따주겠어?
Are we really doing this, Greg? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with Ryoshi on this one.
그리하겠어.
The sights and sounds filling the kitchen seem at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in the pots, okay. And fire sizzling on cigarettes. Why do I hear smoking in the kitchen? Just accept it, okay? Some cooks need to smoke when they're cooking. Also, some cooks, well, not cooks. Some food is better smoked, but maybe not like this. The two remain silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of cigarettes being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side. It's like, yeah, probably shouldn't be smoking in the kitchen. Not that that's gonna stop anyone. I betcha there's a lot of cooks who would smoke in their own kitchen if they could. If they don't already. Hell's Chickapalooza. Interesting. Chicken-based cooking would appease the distortion. I did say we would need some fire this time.
불꽃을 바라신다.
그래.
So there's
태워보지 뭐.
fire. I don't think our Heathcliff was good there, but no, I think it was okay. I think that was okay.
풀 뜯을 시간이다.
Let's go ahead and
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
put Faust in there, I guess it's because I like Faust in there. Good luck chicken hunting, thank you. That's gonna be after the stream. For the stream, it's just gonna be story. How are you doing, by the way, Ayoto? Welcome, welcome. So far, I'm enjoying the story, or at least the little funny bits that the story is giving us. Imagine, though, distorting to basically a chicken. Here's the biggest question I got. Can we eat these little head chickens, or is that not something you want to do? Because that's just a waste of food if they are edible. But I don't know if it counts as cannibalism if you do eat one of these things. Managed to pull both Sinclair's ego and Ryoshu. Nice, congratulations. Right click on them. I did right click on them. I read their story. I'm guessing Dawn already tried. From the looks of it, but I refuse to acknowledge it at the moment. It's just Dawn being Dawn as far as I'm concerned. And I'm bringing the fire team in just so you know, just so we can fry this as we're beating them up. Dawn isn't dead, so that's a good sign. You know what's more surprising is that Heathcliff actually recovered from getting his head bitten by the chicken. So it means the chickens probably aren't strong enough to chop anyone's heads off. But they do cause a huge inconvenience to anyone who do get their heads bitten, right? It's just a huge inconvenience otherwise. Gonna get some chicken, have fun? Oh my gosh, I had some chicken earlier. Thanks for dropping by though. Enjoy your chicken. I'm guessing everyone who's doing the event today is getting chicken one way or another. Speaking of chicken, I also have some chicken marinating in the fridge right now. I didn't have like any proper marinade, so I had to come up with my own. And I have way too much cooking wine, so I'm gonna try and see what cooking wine marinated chicken's gonna taste like. Drunken chicken. That'll be interesting. The thing is, the chicken's only gonna be used for. The chicken's only going to be used for stew, so I don't know how that's going to work. It's gonna be a very drunken stew by the time I cook it. I stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What is this, Gregor? What is this? Oh, yeah, she has a hat now! Military survivalist meal or something like that? Okay. Do they really eat this in the military? He does anyway.
관리자 양반. 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Everyone's a food critic right now. Don't worry about it. Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I looked at Ryoshu serving next. I felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. As in, I had no idea what it was supposed to be. Ryoshu, just to be sure, you didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted restaurant owner, did you? Shut the something up. Shut the chicken up?
닥쳐 시계라네요.
Close enough. Oh, there is a guy. We didn't get a good look at him, but this is much worse than I thought. Several raw chicken in the back. Arms that open up into mouths. Pretty brawny dude. Head in a chicken. chicken teeth. Now, most people probably don't know this, but chicken do have teeth, I think. Maybe? I want to say chicken do have teeth. They can peck, I know that much, but the teeth aren't this big at the very least. Heathcliff and Mursal had caught the owner of U-Bongs and put him in a seat in the meantime. Oh, jeez. We started by feeding him Ryoshu's cooking. He didn't like that one.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음료를 기반으로 연구해 본다면 70시간 이상은 소요될 거예요.
70 hours? That's we don't have that much time.
네? 그때 동안 여기서 치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
Wait. I think I can hear his voice in my head.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
Could also be a distortion. I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting.
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
A funeral procession in my mouth. She does not know how to cook. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse? He asks.
좋아. 오늘이야말로 그 시계를 몸통과 분리해주겠어.
Hey, we're just interpreting. I was just relaying his review.
그럼 둘이 사이좋게 보내주마.
자만했군 료슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만 이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지.
So she was basically all talk, I see.
자자, 내 차례군. 입 크게 벌리시게나.
Probably not that much better, huh?
이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
He's wondering if this was sludge stuff from the food waste dumpster outside. That's even worse. Looks like both of your dishes failed. The owner and his chickens came at us with growls, as if to express their master's anger in full. I think we deserve that one. 100% deserve that one. If this was Ramsay chicken, he'd probably be wondering what the heck that was. It's not even raw. It's not even raw. It's just outright awful. I think what we need is like actual Ramsay in this game. Which it would be funny. We haven't seen Virgil, but if Virgil shows up as actual Ramsay, that would be even more hilarious. Oh well, at least we can cook these a little bit. Actually, what are their weaknesses? Because if I'm using blunt, if blunt's no good, I may have to rethink this. Well, what are your weaknesses actually? Questionable. How about this one? Okay, blunt is fatal only because it's staggered. The other stuff is endured. You took damage. Blunt is actually endured. Okay, we gotta cut these things up. We need slashes next time. We actually don't have a whole lot of slashes, do we? Not that it matters. We can beat these things pretty easily, regardless. Holy crap! Why does that roll so high?
단테님 봤어요? 재밌네요.
That's done.
셰프를 따라오십시오.
너무 쉽군요.
Oh no! We're actually fighting this guy? He's also a Zayan, which kind of makes sense, and it looks like he took damage already. If the part isn't broken, gain 1 damage up for each living raw chicken. I'm guessing he took damage from all the chicken he ate before the fight. It's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense why he'd be like 1/3 less HP already. Yeah, just get rid of the chickens.
그래서 카론이 안전벨트.
Can anyone? Nope. We don't have any AoEs, which is a shame. Let's fix that. Oh, actually, let's go green. But let's fix the AoE situation here.
정화.
Ah! How are you so strong? I'm getting beaten up by Zion of all things. But then again, the Toad was also supposed to be Zion, and that was kind of strong. At least very beefy, if nothing else.
너무 쉽군요.
그래서
2 chickens
카론이
down.
안전벨트
Let's go.
잘하라고 했잖아.
What's this? This reaction wrought by the sinner's cooking loses 40% of max HP. It was. End of turn, heal 5 HP for raw chicken in battle. And I guess he did take damage from the cooking. That's great. I love it. Bongi. Papa Bongi. Oh, I think we're supposed to go after the chicken bucket.
운이 따라준다면
Oh well, we're just
좋겠네요.
gonna go after the main body.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
And it escapes. I mean, the point's not to kill this guy. Yet. 3-5. What is this? 3-5?
이 숫자는 뭐야?
Okay, I'm not the only one who's asking.
5의 기회 중 2를 소비하였다. 이런 뜻이 아닐까 하오만.
I guess each team can prepare another dish then. How's that sound? And just like that, thus began Limbus Company's petite cooking competition.
자, 역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지. 어차피 실패할 거지.
Who would let these guys cook?
혹시 뭐 부엌에 들어가 본 적은 있나?
Have you ever seen a kitchen before? Oh no.
제 방엔 부엌이라는 게 따로 없었어요. 어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고 집 2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴 했죠.
Freaking rich kid. Okay.
그다음 이상 씨.
Uh-huh.
며칠 전에 다 같이 유통기한 지난 우유 먹고 혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아니야?
폐까지 스며드는 센슈얼한 냄새였어.
No one wants to talk to Dawn.
돈키호테. 아까부터 목 상태가 안 좋은 거야?
내게 맡겨보는 것은 어떻소?
She wants to cook? Ah, this is gonna be good. Let her cook. She said this with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back.
돈키호테. 이거 꼬맹이들 장난할 시간 아니야.
꼬맹이 아니요. 그리고 저쪽 팀에서는 싱클레어 군한테도 요리 시켜주는데 왜 여기는 안 시켜주는 것이오?
Yeah, why not?
닭이 너무 들쑥날쑥하게 잘렸다. 반듯하게 잘라야지. 허리는 더 펴고. 네.
Could someone give her a cough drop first? Welcome, Kiji. I don't think she needs a cough drop. She needs to cook. She needs to cook. I also need to cook.
꼬맹이, 이건
How's it
너무
going,
상큼한
Kiji?
거
Welcome,
아니야?
welcome, by the way.
난 좀 더 달짝지근하게 했으면 좋겠어.
Okay, Sinclair's not really cooking. They're telling him how to cook. Meanwhile, Dawn, I think, knows how to cook, but I'm kind of scared to see how it's going to go.
달게요? 설탕이 어디 있더라?
파우스트가 보았을 땐 불세기를 더 강하게 해야 한다는 판단이 드는군요.
Oh no, backseat cooking.
저건 안 돼. 칼 쓰는 솜씨부터가 글러먹었어.
다들 그러지 말고 직접 거들지 그래요.
확실히 싱클리어 정도면 믿을만할 것 같네. 도련님 입맛이 적당히 까다로울 거고.
Yeah, and how about Dawn?
잠깐. 왜 나한텐 아무도 요리해보란 말을 안 하냐? 잘 봐. 내가 계란 정도는.
An egg is fine, but chicken.
야, 에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야? 뜨거워서 뒤질 뻔했네.
Everyone watched as the pan Heathcliff threw hit a wall and broke into pieces. Well, that's done.
이 식당 최소 140여일은 청소하지 않은 것 같은 곰팡이 냄새와 잡내가 난다.
140 days. Okay, that's too precise.
차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
Even the raw chicken wants to get in on this. How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll reckon with our wrath for your foul deed. They really like that pun, don't they? It just felt like that's what it was saying.
자, 힘내자, 그레고르.
They can't cook worth crap. I think the only one who can cook around here is Sinclair, but he's being backseated too much.
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담?
All right. Wait, how many more of this do we have to go? 5 more. We're gonna change the team up a little bit because I feel like we're gonna be fighting chickens.
지식이 축적될 시간.
아이, 현장 지
So get all the choppy people in here
몸좀 풀어볼까요?
for extra damage. I think I ate too much though. Chicken plus fries
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
plus 2 pita breads
탐구는
plus a biscuit.
예측대로
Yeah, that's probably a little bit too much right after work.
카론 신나. 노래 부를까?
I was hungry. And I had chicken cravings, and I forgot I was actually doing this today. I'm gonna like I'm just gonna like throw this out there, maybe cause a war and stuff like that. But as far as chicken goes,
봤어요?
nuggets or tenders,
기회.
I'm just gonna toss that out there.
탐구는 끝났어.
Nuggets or tenders, or do you prefer the bone chicken? Honestly, bone chicken's nice, and I feel like it's probably the only way you should ever do wings. But it has to be between nuggets and tenders. Tenders are pretty good. I like them. They're pretty meaty. I feel like you can get a better bite out of them than nuggets. I think nuggets are like mostly fillers. Or at least something to just hold them together, which is kind of tough.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I don't know. Nuggets are kind of hit or miss. And I tried making nuggets on streams, but I don't think they were anywhere close to the nuggets that you might get anywhere else. And probably a little bit overfried, not gonna lie. Wait, this is a little bit different. Why does this one have a chicken head? Chef cap. Plenty of cheap tenders are just coating. You know, I haven't actually had that many tenders to actually figure that out. But I feel like most nuggets are less meat though. But yeah, I'm trying to think of all the tenders I've had. So I had the Popeyes tenders today, right? I feel like that was
빈틈투성이로
a decent amount of chicken in there. It did look kind of big, but I felt like it was like 50% coating, 50% chicken. But maybe a little bit more chicken than coating.
예측대로
I had rage. I had what was it called? Raisin Canes. I think that's the other tender place, and that was actually really good. That was really good. Been a while though. But I'm guessing if we had to like pick a good tender place, that'd be one. Actually, I don't usually do either one. I just usually just do fried chicken straight up. At least I know what I'm getting with that one.
단장님 봤어요? 책 너무 쉽군요.
But yeah, I think I'm more of a wing person and fried chicken.
직접 나서서
Korean fried chicken, if you haven't had it before, is really, really good. Super crispy. At least the one I've had is super crispy. Super crispy, super juicy somehow. Frozen supermarket tenders are more coating than chicken. Ah, I see. I've never actually gotten the supermarket ones before. It makes sense though,
언제 다
because they usually sell them cheap and sometimes it's not
참고할 것은
bad,
무엇이오?
but I never actually buy them myself. I'll just make them myself next time, knowing this information. But chicken breast is kind of expensive. But I think with one chicken breast, you can probably make like 10 tenders out of that. So it's probably cheaper to do it that way. It's just the frying bit. Frying in general, deep frying in general, I am really bad at. I'm really bad at that because the temperature and how long to put it in there, there's no indication for me, like, just how to do it. And usually I overcook it and it burns and it's just a mess. Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
한수나오? 관리자나리 초콜릿이라는 거 참 맛있지 않소? 그래서 넣었지.
Chocolate and chicken. Normally okay, but maybe not what this guy's looking for.
그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신 넣었어.
Orange for potatoes.
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
Okay, but why is the chicken so brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
Right. There's some soups that require shredded chicken. That's okay. And what's this black thing? It's a lump of coal in the pan.
이거 가만 보니까
Why is lump
입도
coal?
없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
Yeah, that's a fail. That's a fail. What happens when it gets to 0? The chickens rushed at us under the distorted restaurant owner's short yet decisive order. Yeah, that was bad. I'm hoping for a Sinclair win at this point. But it just might be too inexperienced to pull it off. I'd say nuggets, even though I haven't had them in a while. Because they're the perfect snack when I'm too hungry to want something too filling. Makes sense. That makes sense. I think the last time I had a nugget was maybe a month ago or something. Yeah, probably about a month ago. I wanted to try McDonald's after a really long time. And I got like a couple of fish burgers, well, a couple of fish fillets from them. Which was alright, a little bit small, a bit lacking. I feel like I could have done the same thing with just like buns and frozen fish fillets from the grocery store. And it would be a whole lot cheaper. The nuggets, I feel like was a lot thinner than what I remember it. So that wasn't a very good thing to bite into. At least I didn't appreciate it when I found out that they were super thin. But what can you do? What can you do? It was alright, but it's like not the greatest either. It's like barely anything in it. Probably after the whole pink slime incident way back when. However, I say this. That's just the US that's just the US McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's, let's say in Japan, okay? Their burgers are so much better. And I haven't tried their nuggets, but I'm hoping the nuggets are also better over there too. Just quality overall. They might be thinner, but the quality should be also pretty good. And I mean, not chicken related, but I think the best burger in McDonald's Japan, at least, is their shrimp burger. That's really good. It sounds weird to some people, but shrimp burger is great. Would recommend it 100%. Where are my clashes going? Okay. Gotta clash with everything here. Really? Okay, well. They're too easy. I'm not gonna think too much about this. This ain't the railway. Gotta say though, when I went to Wendy's in Japan, I tried one of the specialty burgers I had. I think it was like a sausage burger or something. Like they had the burger, the burger patty in there, and also a couple of small sausages. That was a little underwhelming. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great either though. Just underwhelming. But it was worth a try, I guess. Okay, who else is attacking here? Ah, Hong Lu. Let's have you go this way. Actually, no, this way. Second one. Over here. Might get 2 kills from that. Got it. Trying to think though. When the last time I had like actual rotisserie chicken, but because I feel like rotisserie chicken is just like better overall. But it's really hard to find a place that does it right. Like if you try to get the rotisserie chicken from like say a grocery store, it's kind of hit or miss. It's kind of hit or miss depending on the grocery store. Let's say you get it from Walmart. Probably not the best, but it'll do. There's this one local grocery store when I still lived in my old place. That was actually really, really good, but now I can't have it anymore. And also really cheap. I think it was like for a whole chicken, it was like, I think $8 or something like that. I don't know how much a whole chicken would normally cost, but $8 for a whole chicken and it's like rotisserie pretty decently. I'd take it.
아니, 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데 숫자가 깎여버리지 않았어.
It can just tell by looking at it, it's no good. He said it's not even worth evaluating since what you said of it scared away his appetite.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
벌써 철회해 주시오.
Rejection be revoked? Come on. Hold it. Let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you ever tasted this thing? No one's ever tasted their cooking. Cooking 101. Taste your own crap. If you don't do that, what the heck? You can't just feed others things you haven't tried yourselves. We're trying to please someone here.
아, 시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는군. 누가 먹어볼래?
The tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 빛들림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
Rest in pieces, Dawn. Don Quixote shut her eyes tight.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Keiklik grabbed a lump of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. Yeah. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Mersal stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did that kill him on the spot? Probably.
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
Mersal turned to Heathcliff very slowly.
전
뭐?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 뿜는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 터먹는 것은 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
Oh my gosh. He got all that from just getting smacked in the face with the cooking? Let me read all this because I have no idea what I just said. Dressing is airiness overall. Failure to properly cook the chicken. Residual stench of blood and unpleasant odors. Okay, that's a red flag. Sauce is too thick to bring out a deep flavor. I feel like that might be a preference, but alright. Inconsistent cuts of the meat contribute to serving's inability to rouse one's appetite. We'll give that to him. I think the first 2 or 3 points are more important though. But holy crap, he just spouted more words than he ever did. Also, welcome regrets. We're feeding the Frenchman today.
이거 미쳤어?
Frenchman,
말 다
what
했냐?
Frenchman? Yeah. I think you triggered him.
아니,
None.
끝이 아니다.
He's not done yet.
간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 2스푼 반을 잘라 담고 허나 내 입 못 버텨.
Why don't you cook then? Lacking sugar, you toss 2.5 spoons of butter. That's... These guys have no cooking sense.
미안하오.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
변명의 여지가 없군.
I guess we found Ramsey.
잠깐, 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군. 그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다. 그리고
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
Honglu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the frigid tension. Before his turn to be condemned came around.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
Let him cook.
나는 조수를 두는 걸.
Oh, he's going solo.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠어.
Donkey bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼이 해보겠다.
Let's have a look at Ryoshu's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air had grown tense among Ryoshu's crew.
하지만 대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요?
Salty and clean, sweet but not too sugary, lightly cooked but somehow crispy. Salty, clean, and sweet but not too sugary. I think you can do that pretty easily. Lightly cooked but somehow crispy. High temperature. High temperature does it with cornstarch, I think. But pretty high temperature, but make sure it's cooked enough. I don't know. I'm not very good with deep frying in general, but that's all that comes to mind. Sinclair yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor. It's like, I quit.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니 나약하고 한심하군.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게
As courageous as rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight.
어쩔 수 없군. 비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가.
In a series of turbulent events, I didn't fully catch. Mersal took up Gregor's culinary antenna and hat. The kitchen grew busy as Gregor's sinners move across according to Mersal's orders.
메르소군! 이것 보시오! 귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아봐!
Rejected.
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
그렇지마!
Rejected.
정사각형 5cm.
No crap from him. Mersalt looked more charismatic than ever and with the mantle of a head chef upon his shoulders.
아, 이게 뭐야? 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지. 그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 3스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
1 spoon of earnestness and 3 scoops of effort. Gotcha.
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
아, 저를 바보 취급하시는군요. 때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요.
That's even worse.
농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨. 어? 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
감자에 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 아, 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉우리는 튀우는구려.
That is no good to eat. Toss it out.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러 버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
알겠네!
아니래요. 탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르오.
고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 겉표면이 일정색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다.
Wow.
그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려야 옳다.
Wow.
섭섭하오.
Mersalt became a ruthless chef while Yisang remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace.
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까. 칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠숟가락 하나만으로도 모든 감자를 벗겨낼 수 있는 법이니까.
True, true.
합격이다. 비스듬한 방향으로 깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점에서 가산점을 주겠다.
아싸!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
The peeler sound effects were great. Also, that Heathcliff was so pumped up for being praised on his peeling with a spoon. Also great. Which, by the way, peeling with a spoon is a legit technique if you have nothing else for a potato. Also, the only way to peel ginger is with a spoon. If you peel a ginger with a knife, it's kind of tricky. Spoon is just a whole lot easier to do it with. But respect for Mersal for being respect for Mersal for being actually a good chef here. Also, I'm surprised he spoke so much. It's like the guy knows it. The guy knows his thing. He really knows his thing. Wide variety of ingredients, being a picky eater stunts your growth.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요.
Oh, see, he was a picky eater.
아마도요.
No. How old are you? 16? If you're 16, you can still grow, but if you're like 20-something, I think you're stuck.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
파우스트는 본래
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
네?
Huh?
이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요.
Yeah, there's nothing about that. Mersalt is French. Of course he knows cuisine. Is Mersalt actually French? Is Mersalt from like a French book or something? Because I do not know. I mean, I know all their names come from like books and stuff. I didn't realize he was actually French. If that's the case, that's even more hilarious.
오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라.
Totally French. It's like no criticism with Rhodia except she's being distracting. Amazing.
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠?
Oh, what did I get? I don't think I noticed all this. All right, I guess I'm getting chicken. It's amazing.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
The first part of the event was like, it's kind of slow, it's kind of weird. Okay, we're getting to some funky stuff, and then here it's like total comedy. It's like chapter 2 all over again with the comedy, and it's great.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
It's been great. It's kind of like it's like chapter 2, where chapter 2 is just like one weird thing after another. Once you get into the casino, and then this one's like, you can't cook worth crap. Gregor, you had 2 tries or 1 try. I'm not exactly sure what it was. 2 tries basically. So did Ryoshu, and it's like, okay, who's gonna be cooking next? It's not even about Ryoshu and Greg anymore. It's about Mersalt and Otis.
봤어요?
Otis, I'm not so sure how good her cooking is, but it's bound to be better than the others. Mersalt, I have high expectations for just because it's Mersalt. I would be very, very surprised if it turned out poorly. I think a lot of people would be.
탐구는 끝났어. 침묵했어.
But as far, I mean, it's a good first event so far for Project Moon. Because I mean, we've had so much depressing stuff in the main story already. We don't need more depressing stuff in the side stories. They can really go wild with this if they really want to, and they so far have done it.
너무 쉽군요.
So impressed, impressed with that. On the other hand, I'm still not too sure about the egos and identities we got for this event. Other than being like, you know, for event farming, how does everyone else feel about Ryoshu's identity and Sinclair's ego? Because honestly, I'm not feeling them. I'm just not feeling them.
탐구는 끝났어.
Bongi's change is well worth it. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna farm that to full anyway. That's usually what you do with these things. But like, is the chicken ego worth it for Sinclair? Other than collection? Ryoshu, I feel like it's kind of it's alright, but it's not that great. The grind is kind of real in this event, you think? Okay. I mean, I'll be grinding off stream for sure, but I guess I'll see it for myself how bad it is. At least, does it use modules like the Mirror Dungeon? Because if it does use modules, I guess that's where all the modules are gonna go. So that's one thing. There's not like any dailies or bonuses for getting more event currency, I guess. You just, after the first time clear, that's it, is what I'm understanding. Because I don't think I saw anything like that. But yeah, so far pretty enjoyable. The story is pretty good though. One of these days, I feel like we're going to like, if not Magical Girls, we're gonna probably get like a superhero kind of event, or maybe it might be in the story itself. Because you know we had Siegfried earlier in chapter 3, and I feel like we're probably gonna be seeing him again, and we're probably going to be getting some sort of, oh, I kind of want to say Tiger and Bunny sort of thing happening. If not Tiger and Bunny, because probably people forgot about that by now, some sort of hero, My Hero Academia kind of thing. You can grind modules in Dungeon, or in non-dungeon, any chapter. You can grind modules in a non-dungeon? Really? Modules in non-dungeon. Any chapter. Really? I usually just let that refill, but I didn't know you can grind for that.
언제 다 해치웠담?
Oh crap! It's dungeon time. Speaking of which, okay. Hopefully this one's not too long. Wait, chapter 9 is a dungeon? Then what's chapter 10? You know we only have 2 chances, right, team? Why don't we start with mersalts made by following the formula to a T? I'm guessing mersalt's too fancy for the chicken person, so he's not gonna like that. Otis is probably not quite as looking for either, but mersalt's probably gonna be too fancy. It feels like mersalt knows fancy cooking and that's it, but that's not what this bar is looking for. Cooked with pinpoint precision, mersalt's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook came to life. Harder dungeon for stage 10, gotcha. Okay, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a start. After having a taste of the dish, the restaurant owner quietly savored the food, contemplating on it for a while. I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways, like the smell, the taste, the way it's presented. However, I felt that it was still missing something I couldn't quite describe with words. And that was professionalism as a cook. The ironic smidgen of blemish within perfection. And because it's too perfect and not quite as what it's looking for, you get a fail. Is why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately. It is too fancy for our humble bar.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
Why is the label Dante here, but it's Heathcliff talking? I think that's a mistake.
인정한다. 그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
At least the chickens aren't attacking us for this time. With only 1 chance remaining, Otis brought her dish to the table, probably not gonna get a pass for a different reason. It looks neat, nothing too fancy, but still nice and clean. What do these couple of needles on the dish mean, Otis? They look like a clock's hands. Oh, it's probably him.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을 해보았습니다.
We're still kissing up to him even in this situation. He's not the judge, the chicken is. Oh, I'd get bonus points if I could. And this is not supposed to be Gregor, this is supposed to be Dante. Project Moon, I think you need to fix something. Oh? There are a few mistakes in dialogue in this update. Hope for more lunacies. 300 lunacies, I'll take it. The restaurant owner's comment that followed was too sensational for me to put into words.
우리 이게 뭐니? 왜 머리에 해괴망측한 가면이나 쓰고 있는 거야? 엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도 어떻게든 사라졌어. 고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
Mother was always like that. Rather than kind, caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. Sounds very Asian. She was so picky about chickens too, rarely touching a piece anyone else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important.
어머니.
Now's our chance. The distortion or whatever on him is weakening.
이것 보세요. 사장님 앞에 어디론가 향하는 문 같은 것이 생겨났어요. 이 안으로 들어가야 하는 걸까요?
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
It's probably so simple, it was good.
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
Oh, you know, she probably went here before and actually knows how it's done. Oh well, at least someone can cook. Let's see. Which one do I want this time? I never liked this one. Coffee. Let's go with coffee. Is this just mirror dungeon or is this mirror dungeon with chickens? Because if it's chickens, we're gonna go with these three. Let's go with these three for now. Oh, we're going with 5. Okay, who wants to be number 5? There's chickens, alright. Okay, so I need all slashy boys. You're coming with us. You are coming with us. Go there, go there. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. With chicken with bonus for ego or IDs. Yeah, we really don't have that, sadly. I might roll after the story just to see what I get. We do have some free stuff. You don't get bonus plushes if you don't bring the folks who have bonuses. I see. So we would have to bring them. Yeah, okay. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, but we don't have any bonuses right now, so... yeah, okay. There's a chicken over there. Is this only 1 floor? Or is this multiple floors? It looks like it's only 1 floor for some reason. Let's go. Oh wait, did I only put 4 people in there? I felt like I only put 4 people. Yeah, it'll be fine. 4v4. Oh! Just a sec. I need to bring my 5th person. 2 waves. If it's just 1 wave, I do a 4v5, but 2 waves, I need a 5v5. Get back in there. Is the hard dungeon also only one floor? Because that makes it a little bit faster. Okay, let's go. Okay, we have normal K-Corp and chicken K-Corp. Why are we getting both? Alright, well... as long as we don't have to fight the advanced K-Corp, I'm gonna be okay. The advanced K-Corp back in the railway, not fun. Absolutely not fun. I do not want to do that ever again. They're annoying to fight. I mean, they're not tough, they're just annoying to fight. Dawn's in story, of course we have K-Corp, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like Dawn is just anywhere. I mean, I feel like Dawn's just anywhere as far as shenanigans are concerned. Though, to be surprisingly, she's not bad in this event. She's more like chilled out, probably because she has had way too much beating from Virgil. I do want to see Virgil's reaction to what has gone over here if we ever see him for this event. Because I mean, a lot of people were like making him as Ramsey and all the fan art and stuff, and I think it's perfect, but we have the actual Ramsey now. It's Mersault. I would have never thought Mersault would actually be Ramsey here. A French Ramsey, but Ramsey nonetheless. Holy crap, he spoke so much though. It's crazy. It's like... he got so passionate. Right, there's one guy just hanging out there. I guess this guy was turtling and just didn't bother attacking. Alright. You're down. Oh, he's a background character. Oh, that makes much more sense. I just saw a random K Corp and it's like, are you fighting? No, you're not fighting. You're actually not fighting. Oh, that's a lot of levels. We're getting leveled up to 30 right away? What? Okay, K Corp eating competition or something. Some folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck yelling at each other. Look at this succulent piece. The rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what chicken is about. Wrong. This piece has a clean taste. It's not an ounce of with not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is a real deal. The two turn around at the same time to face you. You there, tell us which is better. Okay, it doesn't matter which one we get. We get a gift by a random gift. Chicken's chicken. Gotta be the drumsticks, all rich and juicy. Breast, of course, unsullied and spotless. I feel like this might be something else, but we're talking about chicken. Choose the first one? I don't know. I feel like I'm a drumstick person. I'm a drumstick person. Breast or drumsticks, guys, or another part even. Chicken's chicken. I'm gonna go for drumsticks. Just for my gut feeling. All rich and juicy. When inflicting burn. Oh crap. I don't have any burn. I don't have any burn. Hey lurker, welcome. I don't have any burn. Okay. Thighs are where it's at. You know what? True. Thighs are the best. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. Thighs are the best. Chicken thighs are best. Thighs are best. End of story. End of story. It's like a nice balance of meat and nice balance of juiciness. Though it can be like a little too fatty sometimes, but it's great. It's great for baking, it's great for sauteing. It's great in soups. It's great as fried chicken. Breasts are too dry. Drumsticks are fun, but they're kind of... I feel like there's not enough meat on them. You can also get a little dry, but not too bad. But it's fun. I used to like drumsticks exclusively as a kid, but nowadays it's all about the thighs. Okay, who do I want to level up next? You. Everyone's getting to 30 here right away. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's you, just a normal one. Okay. Peek at the... I think it was peek at the book. I don't think I ever picked the other option, so I don't know what snuffing the candles actually does. I think it's nothing. So you do have to take a peek at the book, I think. Okay, there's chicken and there's an event. We're gonna go for chicken. Are you from Southeast Asia? I am Filipino. I am 100% Filipino, so yeah, I am, but I don't live in Southeast Asia right now. I am in the United States. I will tell you that much. Yeah, so as far as Southeast Asian cooking, or at least Filipino cooking, adobo. A lot of people know about pork adobo. Chicken adobo is also another popular one. And then there's inasal, which I think is just roasted chicken. I never knew the proper name for it, but apparently inasal is the proper name for a roasted, marinated and roasted chicken. I think it has mostly soy sauce and sugar, kind of like teriyaki, but a lot more savory than sweet. And then we got tinola for a light chicken soup. But I think for tinola it's a little bit different. You use I mean, you can do like a light chicken soup two ways, but it's like, how is tinola made? And how does it differ from nilaga? I think they're roughly the same. Oh yeah, lots of chicken stuff. Why the Southeast Asian one though? What gave it away?
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
I don't think anyone's I don't think anyone's asked that specifically, so I'm kind of curious. Oh, thank goodness, it's only one wave. Let's get you out.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Well, I guess since we're still on the subject of chicken, favorite chicken dishes, everyone, fried or not? What are your favorite chicken dishes, and why do you like it if you want to go that far? Kind of curious, because I mean, fried chicken's good and all, but it's a little heavy sometimes.
봤어요?
Personally, if I'm feeling a little bit like I need something rich, chicken adobo is usually my go-to. Otherwise, arroz caldo. Arroz caldo is another chicken dish from the Philippines, and that's just a really good chicken dish to have if you're sick or just for breakfast, because basically all it is, it's like a rice congee, rice porridge congee kind of thing, but with chicken broth and chicken bits and carrots in the pot, and it's all good. Makes it make a pretty good bourbon mustard chicken. But I can make chicken adobo more often than not. But I make chicken adobo more often than not. Yeah, chicken adobo is good. I never bourbon chicken mustard. Is that like a pan dish, or how is it cooked? Because I usually switch between maybe 2 or 3 different chicken dishes, and that's really mostly what I cook, because it's easy, it's quick. I don't usually do anything too fancy with mine. But for chicken adobo, for anyone who haven't yeah, please send me the recipe. I'm kind of curious. Pan and oven. Okay, it's been a while since I cooked any meat dishes in the oven. I usually just bake with the oven these days. But what? Chicken sumo? A bright spotlight shines on a portion of the noisy area. It seems as though the chickens are attending a ball? Wait, this is dancing? This is not sumo? That's a tango. Looking at their movements, which might be a dance or a tussle, you notice sauce leaking from one of them. It doesn't seem to be aware of this. Alert it truthfully, you saw nothing. Give a few subtle hints. Dude, you're kind of leaking. Sadly, the knot had loosened on its stitching. Does it mean it can't do it on its own? Approaching with a trail of sauce dripping behind, it held some thread and needle in its hands. Wings? Does it want to stitch it back? Yeah, this is sauce apparently. Okay, so we're stitching it back up. Who wants to do it? Sinclair! No, I'm gonna give it to Ryoshu. Ah crap, that's actually a high check for Ryoshu. It's all a high check for them. I'm gonna give it to Sinclair. There you go. Sinclair hesitantly stepped forward. Taking the needle and thread, the sinner sat behind the chicken. With awkward but careful hands, it began to stitch the seam with a standard method. Yep. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to feel pain of the needle. Once the sewing was done, it hopped into Sinclair's lap as if to thank them. Sinclair was pleasantly perplexed. Contaminated thread and needle. What does this do? Each turn, the first skill to deal damage to the enemy inflicts bleed by 1/3 of the damage dealt. Oh, that's actually pretty good. This one's actually pretty good.
별일 수 있는 기회겠죠?
Gosh, we got story. All right, let's go. Now this looks like a proper restaurant. I'm seeing visions I've never seen. These must be the owner's memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로 기억을 잃어버렸던 장면일 수도 있겠군요.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데.
I knew it!
받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
I knew it! This guy stole the recipe!
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
Holy crap, this guy's got beefy arms. And the head doesn't seem to match.
스파이를 파견했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
왜 이런 짓을?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에 다진 마늘.
Write that down, write that down. 2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce, minced garlic. Actually, that sounds like a very standard marinade.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든.
Oh.
기억까지 영영 사라지겠지.
Oh, I thought he stole the recipe, but he burned it.
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
설탕... 아니, 설탕이 맞았나? 아무것도 기억이 안 나.
He's so overworked he can't even remember it anymore.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
NSIB.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
개념 소각기가 뭐?
What's a concept incinerator?
아니야. 이스마의 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
Greg, sometimes it's better not to ask.
네?
개념 소각기라 한다면 기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요. 이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
Oh.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐.
Oh, that's kind of nasty.
기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
매운 양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도.
I can see why he's upset.
이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
은봉은 우리 어머니 이름인데.
Oh. Oh.
말 넘심.
본래 촌스러울수록 정감이 있는 법이지.
Wait. TWH? Tacky? What?
문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
Just why so eager to start fights?
자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Okay, so we're beating the crap out of him so he remembers. Well, low level distortion. If it was actually a high level distortion, this would be much worse.
늦으면 매피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Alrighty then. I think he has the same passive as last time. Performing the post-mortem report as ordered by the executive manager. Oh no. Entity was first encountered 1720 hours ago today. According to Faust's report, it is believed to be a distortion, distinct from abnormalities. As such, I intend to avoid engaging with it and observe the development, yada 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 yada. It ordered its chickens or things resembling the animals to charge at us in succession. Assume that the basket on its back is where they appear from. Crucial plan to victory involves blocking enemies for supply routes. Thank you for reading. That's one faithful lieutenant. Oh, this is Otis's report. Document seems efficient. Faust is satisfied. Engage an entity in actual battle. Okay, yada yada yada. Advice. Basket damaged. Lost its ability to replenish chickens. Okay, go for the basket. Removing the enemy leader directly using asymmetric forces. Considered efficient strategy in most situations. Okay. You think Clockface can make heads or tails out of your military jumble? I have already given an oral explanation to the executive manager. Also, do not use such derogatory titles. Okay. I mean, I knew we're probably gonna have to go after the chicken basket, but... That was harsh. TWH. Ah, thank you. That actually makes sense. Yeah. But at least Ryoshu knows better to apologize. It's like, yeah, okay, that was probably bad of me. It's probably bad of me. So I'm guessing the chicken recipe came from his mom, and that's probably why he was so upset about it. Other than, you know, can't make it anymore. Alright, let's get rid of the chickens first. Okay, we're gonna ignore the evading chicken. Which one's your basket? Or, you know, we can just go after you directly. That's okay, too. Ah, the basket, though. Let's get rid of the basket. Who's going after this? Okay, Honglu and Ryoshu. Ryoshu. Basket. Honglu. Basket. And I don't even know what's going on over here. Oh, actually, Ryoshu Clash. Everyone else go after basket. Weak to Pierce. Makes sense. I don't think we have Pierce though. Wait, we might have a couple of Pierce. I think, yeah, I think we have 2 people with Pierce at least. Let's go! I mean, it is a normal fight. Easy peasy. Oh, come on! Come on! Wait, I thought I broke it. Oh! Oh, now it's enraged. When a part breaks, gain 1 fragile every turn for each raw chicken that died before the part was broken. Oh, okay, so it's super weak. It gets super weak right afterwards. I see. Gonna clash against you. And just make sure you're dead. Oh, wow. I think that was just unlucky. Bye-bye. Not quite. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. Okay, who can use a... Let's go with you. We're just gonna go all out on this. Actually, what are you weak to? I'm gonna guess, oh! Purple and orange. I don't think I have either one. Yeah, bonk. That was actually pretty funny. That was actually pretty funny. Wait, do we just not have enough? Oh, it's all unopposed! That's fine, you're gonna go bye-bye here soon.
이 정도까지만 옥죄어줄게요.
True. Not very strong.
승리를 위해서라면
And we got chicken skewers. Nice.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
배연의 주마. 겁만 예크.
적들이 흔들흔들.
And we still have to deal with a straggler right after beating the boss. Why can't it be just dying right after beating the boss? I mean, most bosses do that. Most do that.
치킨을 튀기면서 어느샌가 중요한 사실들을 잊고 있었다. 그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다. 그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는. 아니, 사실 알고 있었다. 엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건 넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을.
I see.
그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는. 어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서.
Wait, is this the back streets? Because I don't think coupons would exist in the nest, right?
당신은 입에도 되지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해.
That's pizza. That's not a chicken coupon, that's pizza.
피자 쿠폰이었네.
엄마는 치킨보단 피자파야.
Mom, why?
정신이.
He's back. It's a nest because they trade in paper, not cold hard cash. I see. Cash, I guess, doesn't exist, or maybe cash is in limited quantities. I don't know. I feel like cash has been mentioned in other places before, but... Pizza! Really? You know we can make chicken pizza too. That's okay. I don't know what to say about that. He can remake the recipe, and I think everyone would be okay with it. Because, you know, people forgot about it. Maybe he can just make a pizza restaurant instead. That would be better at this point. He's back to normal.
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는 효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
Yeah, I don't see it either.
나와 예송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류지. 잘 따라와줬다.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
You almost called him a rookie, didn't you? I mean, he kind of is.
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
Okay, so for people who have read Distortion Detective, question for you all. Is it common for people who have distorted to revert back into people? Because I think someone's mentioned that before. Because I thought that once people distort, that is it. They can never go back. This is the first time we see a distortion successfully reverse. Okay, this is the first time ever. Yeah, because my understanding is once they distort, that's it. They're done for. And it's, you know, they can never go back to being what they used to be. But I think this was a light enough distortion where it could actually happen. Imagine someone distorts to being like the pianist. Let's just put it out there for the Project Moon people. If they distort to something like the pianist, or even something worse than the pianist, they, you know, usually there's no going back. You're either killed or you wreak havoc elsewhere. Yeah, there's a happy ending for Project Moon. There's the happiest ending for Project Moon so far. I guess you can kind of call the Chapter 2 ending kind of sort of happy too, but you know, that was more neutral than that. I think the end of Arena changed that. You think so? Wait, okay, distortion detected. Did that happen before Ruina, alongside Ruina, or after Ruina? Because I literally do not know. And I just need to find time to read it. I just don't have the time. Okay.
중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
Okay, it's no longer gonna be a chicken restaurant. It's gonna be a pizza restaurant.
저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
Wait, didn't we complete the request though?
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
The owner of Yumbongs gave us a package box.
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
Let me guess. It's a chicken head.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
It's a chicken head. I'm calling it.
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이요.
In DD, it's impossible to reverse a distortion when physically manifested. Yeah, that was my what do you call this? That's what I understood even back in Ruina. And Virgil is not impressed. I wouldn't be impressed either. But you know, we were in it for free chicken. There was also the thing that we had to take care of because we saw it.
어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이요.
우리들은 음봉내로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
Why?
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
Okay.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지.
The chicken head. I'm calling it.
뭐가 들어있을까나?
Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid of the box was removed.
단 하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 봉이입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
Okay, it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. It's pretty cute, but to call it a treasure is yeah. It is a marketable plushie. I would buy it. I would definitely buy it. But treasure? It falls in the realm of ugly cute. Not as ugly as some things, but it's yeah. Yeah, the emoji.
아니야. 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면 뭐라도 들어있지 않을까?
He didn't look like the kind of person to prepare that sort of surprise.
처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
It's a huge collector's item, only one in the world. Yeah, it's priceless. You never know. This could go for, I don't know, 1,000,000 coupons. A hand gently tugged on at the doll. Heathcliff was gripping with ferocious rage. I guess Dawn wants to keep it.
카로는
Oh.
이승객 맘에 들어.
Okay. Heathcliff, are you actually gonna say no to Charon? She wants it.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
And Virgil's gonna back her up.
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아.
Uh-huh.
그게 좋아.
그래. 그럼 된 거지. 인형은 버리지 마.
눈 말고 아무것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
Well, I think she meant it has no mouth, which is a plus in this case. Like that, the chicken plushie we got instead for free chickens for life earned its spot on the bus. And now it is sitting on Karen's lap whenever she's driving. It's gonna be even funnier if we see this in future CGs for the ending. I hope they make it so. I hope they make it so just for continuity's sake.
네, 동랑소장. 뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다.
Ah, this is what you were here for.
처음엔 조금 미덥지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
I knew it.
이제 어떡하죠?
You still owe us free chicken.
전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고.
That's your problem.
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠. 도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
Make sure the homeowner never realizes it. Yep.
그런 건 모르는데 모르는.
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부턴 기억하세요.
It's good advice.
그럼 이만 손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
Wait, does this guy get off scot-free? And before long, we got dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale. Don't tell me there's still some more. That's not the end of the event, is it? There's still some more story to this.
어라, 언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠?
Or maybe it's like a prelude to chapter 4. When is chapter 4 supposed to come out? Is it supposed to come out like next month? We still don't know how big the concept incinerator range is. I don't even know how big it's supposed to be. Okay, is there still story in chapter? There's nothing past that. Okay, so from here on forward, it's just farming, right? So this is just farming. Okay. I'm not gonna do the farming on stream. I'll do that on my own time. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Story-wise, that's pretty fun. I'm guessing that's just a hint of what's gonna come up in chapter 4. Which we're probably going to be fighting more distortions. So technically we had one distortion already in the game. That is Cromer. So we beat Cromer. Or at least we kind of sort of beat her and then someone else finished her off. So that's one distortion down. But that's a death one. And this chicken one actually reverted. Probably non-canon, but the stuff that happens is going to be canon. Alright. So chapter 4 I think is going to be maybe next month, right? Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll get a new chapter. Kind of looking forward to that. We'll try to stream that when that comes out. But before we close out for today, let me just take a look at what we got here. Oh, okay, so I should probably get this ego really quick so that I at least start getting extra points. And then the next thing would be Dawn all the way down here, right? Actually, where is Dawn? Where is Dawn? Dawn is 2,200. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit to work with. Let me see. I don't normally chase for banners, but when I first saw the banner announcement, I kind of wanted to get this just because I like Pierre from Ruina, and seeing this animated, that's a little bit more than I expected. Chapter 4 is supposed to come out with Season 2. Season 2 is Let me double check. When is season 2?
밤에는 눈을 항상 크게 뜨고 있어야 해요.
Season 2 is
언제
in
급습이
26
일어날지
days, 5/18. So I guess we might not get a mini event in between. We'll probably get something else. But this is gonna last like 2 weeks, and then maybe a break, and then season 2, chapter 4. All right, that's gonna be a little while. So here's the deal, guys. So as far as this channel is concerned, I usually will stream like new content whenever it does come out. That's what the focus of the Limbus company streams are here. I'll try to make videos. There's one Limbus video I've been meaning to make, just haven't gotten around to it because time. But yeah, what do you guys think about the event? Any favorite parts for you guys there? I think for me it was just seeing Mersault actually take charge. He spoke so much. He spoke more than all the 3 chapters in the games combined.
관리자님,
And it's all about cooking, which like pure respect.
걱정된단 말이에요.
Pure respect for Mersault actually doing all of that. Kinda tempted to roll for Dawn, but I feel like I don't really need to right now. I think the sprite of the chickens moving back and forth is pretty cute. It is pretty cute. They're actually pretty harmless at the end of the day. I don't think they killed anyone. I don't think the chickens actually killed anyone. So I think that's a good sign. He roasted Yiseng more than Yiseng for the potato. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Ooh. That corrosion looks pretty good. Corrosion looks pretty cool in general, but that looked pretty good in general too. Yeah, Yiseng got burnt, roasted, maybe not baked, but he didn't deserve to be baked. It's like, who let these people cook? We were promised a Gregor and Ryoshu showdown. We never actually got the showdown because they both equally sucked. And then I guess we just kind of moved on to everyone else who can actually cook. I'm seriously wondering what would have happened if it got to 0. Like, if it got to 0, would it be stuck as a distortion and we would actually have to kill him normally, like the rest of the distortions? Because I feel like that would have probably happened, but we got story-wise, just for convenience, cleared it, and he's back to normal. Which probably means that he can get like a ego now or something. I don't know, some sort of chicken ego. That probably makes the most sense for him. Gordon Ramsay would enter the building. By the way, for anyone who hasn't seen the thumbnail, I just want to show this again for the people who haven't seen it. I'm just going to shill the friend I got this picture from, because we kind of both worked on it. They did the art. I just kind of put it all together. But I'm in love with this thumbnail that we have for today's event, and got specifically for this event. And you know it's gonna happen, but I think if I had to change it, we would put Mersault here instead. But Virgil is just an easy target. But now that we know Mersault can cook, this will probably change in the future. Yeah, some keen art, my dude. Yes, thanks to my friend Akashix for that. I don't know if I credited him in the description, but I should if I haven't. Looks like I haven't. Oh no, I did. I did credit him in the description. So if you want to check his stuff out, please check out the description below, and check that one out. Check his stuff out. It's really good. He usually makes assets for games and stuff, and if you want to commission him for something, he doesn't advertise it, but if you want to commission him for something, you can definitely ask him, and he'll work with you for stuff like that. Very much an idiot sandwich. They're all idiot sandwiches. The only 2 people who are not idiot sandwiches are Otis and Mersault. Mersault's just too fancy. Otis is more like, you know, good home cooking. But Mersault actually doing fancy cooking, that's more of a surprise. All good. No one expects Marisol to say anything. No one expects Marisol to say anything ever. After the first couple of chapters, he spoke a little bit more in chapter 3. I feel like he's going to open up a lot more from now on. I'm just surprised he opened up so much when he got splattered by food. That was so disgusting that he had to say something about it. Otis is love, Otis is life. I do know there's this one artist that that draws a lot of Otis, and I appreciate them for that. 8 Chef Mr. Salt? Why not? Yes. I was hoping more from... actually hoping more from Ryoshu and Greg, to be honest. Like, they described what they made, but I wanted to see what they made. I wanted to see what everyone made. Just a little insert, you know, just a little insert or just a little bit of a cutscene just showing the food that they made. That would have been great. But we didn't get that. We just get the description how good or bad it is, which is fine. Which is fine, but I would have loved to see it. I hope no one wants to see canned goods. I mean, canned goods aren't bad, okay? Canned goods are emergency food in the best times. But it's like, who doesn't go for the canned tuna? Who doesn't go for the canned tuna on like, you know, a semi-regular basis? The thing is, most canned tuna is like terrible, so it's not great. But I've been using a canned tuna that's like a kimchi canned tuna or a bulgogi canned tuna. Those are obviously sound a little bit more expensive than your regular canned tuna, but it's also really, really good. And those are what I put on my ramen every once in a while if I have nothing else. But those are pretty good. Canned fish, if they're properly seasoned, is good. Canned goods and Nest Wars. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Food Wars, Hell's Kitchen, Project Moon Edition. Except everyone loses, except, you know, they had to keep changing chefs on both sides, which I don't think happens. I don't think happens in normal times. I seriously wonder what Ryoshu did. She talked like she knew what she was doing, but apparently it's just some grotesque mess, and I doubt she ever cooked before. At first I thought maybe she has cooked before by the way she was talking it up, and no, that was all false. That was all just falsehoods and actually really bad. They take the Soylent Green labels off the cans. Is that actually fact, or are we just headcanoning that? I'm fine either way with it, because I'm still kind of sus of where the food comes from in the city in general. I don't believe it's actually chicken. I don't believe that anything we eat around here is actually meat. Maybe the vegetables are okay. But I am very sus about the meat in the city in general. Why not? We're talking about Project Moon. We're talking about the city. And unless they show me a farm somewhere, I am very suspicious about the food. I'm not saying everyone is cannibals, because only one district is really mostly cannibals. But the rest of the city, I don't know if they're eating what they think they're eating either. It could just be an illusion for all I know. For poor people, it would be vat food and insects. Insects aren't bad. As someone who has eaten insects before on stream, insects aren't bad if you can get over the fact that they're actually insects. Vat food, what would vat food be? I don't know what vat food would be. We did see a rabbit farm. Did we see a rabbit farm? When did we see a rabbit farm? The only rabbits I know are in our corp, and our corp's gone now as far as I'm concerned. And there weren't actually rabbits. Oh, I mean, yeah, rabbits in our corp. We also had rhinos and deer over there, or reindeer, I guess, whatever the heck they were. But that's a little different. That's a little different. I mean, if I remember correctly, they kind of ate each other also, right? After killing each other, they ate the remains. Our corp is still there, really? I thought they went out of business after the whole shenanigans in Rowena for some reason. I want to eat crickets though. Some say they taste like shrimp. They do. Crickets do taste like shrimp. The outside tastes like shrimp. The inside, the inside of crickets, not really like shrimp. Maybe they kind of taste like the tiny shrimp, but they don't really have that much meat on them. Not like regular shrimp do. So, in a way, yes, but in a way, no. It's not like you can peel a cricket and get cricket meat. It doesn't really work that way. You just kind of eat the whole thing and find the similarities to shrimp. That's basically what cricket is. But if you think about what you're eating and it tastes like shrimp, but you know you're eating cricket, that's when it gets a little bit uncanny, off. I don't know what the word is. But I say this as someone who has eaten the crickets before. And I know that it tastes like shrimp, but knowing that it tastes like shrimp, but knowing that it's also cricket is a weird feeling. That's all I can say about that. And that's after cooking it. If you just eat it raw, and when I say raw, dried, if you just eat it dried without cooking it, then it just kind of tastes like, you know, rough cardboard. Basically rough cardboard with hardly any seasoning. But if you cook it and the dried cricket gets some moisture in there, yeah, it's going to be kind of like that. Cricket and shrimp kind of look similar, I guess, but there's more meat on shrimp. Crickets don't have that much meat on them. They're more exoskeleton, shell, chitin, whatever you want to call it. But end of the day, eating insects is not the worst thing. Like back in ye olden days, they talked a lot about back in the olden days, they talked a lot about eating locusts for food, you know? So it's kind of the same thing. And apparently locusts are good for protein because there's so much of them. And they didn't think twice about it. Yeah, their diet shrimp, I guess they have less cholesterol than shrimp, probably. But I feel like they also have less protein than shrimp. If you're the kind of person who eats shrimp whole, like I do, like I'll eat shrimp whole if it's fried, crispy. I don't know how some people feel about that, but I do that. Like I eat the shrimp with the shell. They're actually pretty good that way if they're fried crispy. If they're not fried crispy, it's a little tough to chew, and I'd rather not bother with it, so I just peel them at that point. But yeah, crispy shrimp is pretty good if you eat all of it all at once. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess you can say diet shrimp because it doesn't have cholesterol, but it also doesn't have I just don't think it has that much protein. It's worth a try if you haven't had it before, and then you can make your call for yourself. That's all I'll say about that. Ants, I feel like ants you can eat pretty okay, but it's like you need a lot of ants to eat. And I guess they would kind of look like, I guess depending on how big the ants are, you could probably get like ant breading or something to put around your food. Or you can eat it like maybe ant grains, probably is the next best thing, but you need to season them a lot. You gotta remember, these insects have no flavor whatsoever. It is purely texture. And you need to season them appropriately if you want to eat them and not think twice about them. Grubs though, I do not recommend grubs. Maybe you like grubs, that's okay. Me, I tried the grubs, I do not like them. They have a weird texture. And it reminds me that I'm eating grubs. So no. No to grubs. Crickets, conditionally, I'm okay with them. Conditionally. But yeah. Though I'm thinking also, if you've ever read Dungeon Meshi, I did get the idea at one point, if land insects were big enough, you could probably eat them because they would actually have meat at that point, like tarantulas. People eat tarantulas regularly in, I think, in Southeast Asia. Some parts of Southeast Asia, anyway, they eat tarantulas regularly. But I think the tarantulas they have there are kind of on the big side. So they might have a little bit more meat on them than, you know, like a tiny little spider. So that kind of makes sense. If you actually get a tarantula big enough, like let's say a person-sized tarantula, I figure there might be some meat there. And it's not just all goo in there. There's something edible. If it's just goo, no thank you. Scorpions are kind of like lobsters if you think about it hard enough. If you get a big enough scorpion, you can maybe eat the claws and the meat in the scorpion. I think that's perfectly valid. But scorpions rarely get that big. So it's like, yeah, we could, but they're not big enough. So it's like, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've grossed you guys enough with random alternative food facts. So, and we're done with the event, so I'm gonna end here for today. Thank you all for coming, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of the event and the little talk we had afterwards. I'll see you guys next time. We have something new in Limbus company, or maybe one of these days I kind of want to do like a challenge playthrough of either LobCorp or Rowena. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do about that and when to do that, because I kind of want to do that as an endurance thing, but I still need to figure out when and how to do that. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and would like to see what we're doing here, we don't do just Project Moon stuff. We do other things also. So please keep an eye on that if you decide to subscribe. And for all the people who have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Quick announcement about next week though. There's probably not going to be a Project Moon stream just because we have this event still ongoing and it's going to be farming as usual. But for anyone else who's here for other than Project Moon, it's going to be a pretty busy week for me in general, so I'm not going to be streaming as much, but I'm still going to try to stream at least 2 or 3 times next week. So just keep an eye on that on the channel. I'll have something up when it gets closer to those dates. Alright, I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you all for coming, everyone, and have a nice rest of your day. Happy farming, and don't grind too much, and don't go crazy from grinding. Don't overspend just to get the bonus IDs for the bonus points. And good luck, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.